Hi, it's Andrew here at Bayside. We just had a remarkable Serve Day experience and we're like still running around here buzzing from it, getting all of the stories. But you know what? Serve Day is not just for one day of the year, it's a way of life when we begin to think of other people. David says this in Psalm chapter 41. He says this here right at the beginning. Blessed is the person who remembers the poor, who's constantly thinking of them. Actually, that's the path to happiness. We will be blessed in our lives. It was strange on Sunday night in our service when we were celebrating Serve Day. Someone stood up, got the microphone, and they told how they were out at a project. And they ran out of water and supplies to help people that were so needy. So they went to the local Rallies and they went in and they bought a whole bunch of stuff and just filled up the carts and brought it across then to buy everything. And the lady that was just doing the transactions, the cashier, she looked at it and she said, "Are you those guys that come from that church?" And she forgot our name, didn't know our name. "Are you those guys that come from that church that likes to do lots of stuff?" And do you know what I thought? I don't care if anyone ever remembers the name Bayside again. All I know is that I want to be part of the church that does lots of stuff. Do you know why? Because the early church was that type of church. We don't know what the early church was called. It was just called the early church. That's what we've named it. But the Apostle Paul in Galatians chapter 2, he says this. After he became a Christian, he went to Jerusalem and he met like the big dogs, the apostles. And at that point, there was a little bit of conflict between the Jews and the Gentiles. But those Jewish apostles, they were great. And they said, hey, you go to those Gentiles and you love on them. And don't bring them our old Jewish rules and regulations, but bring them the liberating message of the gospel. But there's one rule that we have. And Paul was like, yeah, what's the rule? Is that make sure and look out for the poor. It's like it got from King David, like the best guy in the history of Israel, and it was right into the heart of the early church. And do you know why? Because it's the heart of God. So don't think about religion today of being all rules and negative regulations. It's about a living relationship with Jesus Christ and looking out for the poor and the needy and bringing the love of God to them. Hey, so have a wonderful day and let's be blessed by looking after the poor.